Yeah, people trust me. I know it happened in this business meeting, and that's why we're getting all this scary stuff. It really does make sense. It really does. It does. It just does make sense. This is what's actually happening. I don't. Okay, this is what they're doing. Okay, this map that I generated, right? Okay, okay. The Miyamoto, he's like, I guess Miyamoto's like telling them, okay, guys, let's be a little creative here, okay? So I took the coal, I took the coal out, right? I just took the coal out normally just to go get some coal, and this 2 pattern came here. See this 2 pattern? And this way that they did this. Now, over time, I've had to do, I have to play a video game again, and, play it again and again and again. And this does make sense, this little 2 pattern they got going on right here, okay? So that makes sense what they're doing. Now, they also have in the background, okay, see they have this right here. Now, is my camera going to be able to do it? Is it going to do justice for it? But basically, it goes back to my whole thing about haze, okay? Haze. But this is where it gets creepy, guys, okay? So haze, yeah. This just gets creepy, right? This gets, it's just a little molten lava, molten lava on your skin, right? Okay. Now, if we need to think about Mario Odyssey again, too, I know. But this right here, see this, how it keeps going down there like that? Well, think about the way Mario runs, right? In Mario 64, Yeah, he runs a certain way, right? This is crazy, dude. It's like they're trying to give hints at Loop. And Loop is something of itself, okay? And it just looks exactly like Loop. This right here looks exactly like Loop, okay? Sometimes when I'm playing Minecraft, it's kind of hard just to, want to go and try and touch the stuff, like touch the stuff, break the stuff, that kind of stuff. Now, they also have, yes, they always have some kind of silly puzzle going on, yes, and that's also another form of creepy, right? The silly puzzles, look what's up above the wall. Look at the layout of the wall, okay? See how the layout of this wall is? So we gotta think to ourselves, right? We gotta think to ourselves. That's, we have to like look at the layout of this ceiling and see this, and just know that as much as we may be thinking about Mario stuff and that, we also got to think about the other crazy stuff. It didn't make it any easier with Tomb Raider. You know what I'm saying? Tomb Raider just did not make it any easier. Tomb Raider, I'll tell you why Tomb Raider scared me, guys. It was Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider reminded me of something I was looking for in Shadow of Colossus. So Tomb Raider was just like... Tomb Raider always does that. I don't know the audience behind Tomb Raider, but kind of makes sense because you got Tomb Raider movies. Yeah, you got Tomb Raider movies. You got. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm very creeped out right now. I really am. I am a little creeped out because every time I say because I'm just like a little bit nervous. I got really scared. I did. I actually got really scared. I didn't think I'd get really scared in Minecraft. When I showed that water, I was like, oh, these pieces of crap, man, just playing Minecraft, right? And I'm like, okay, guys, all right, yeah, okay. I don't even, distortion is something that many humans, when it gets to their eyes, it's so confusing, it's like, but like, and it doesn't help that we have a Yu-Gi-Oh episode that has, that distortion stuff, right? where the stairs. But you see this right here? Do you see this right here? That did not make that's just that's fear. This is fear right now because both of them. That's what I'm trying to say too. Both of them, this one and this one. Think of them like a platform, right? Like a platform. Just both of these as a platform to something bigger than you can imagine, right? See, something bigger that you can even imagine. That's what these two are right here. So that's why the ceiling is like this. I don't understand. I don't understand. Another thing, we got Kid Icarus. That's also another thing that should creep you out is Kid Icarus. Because Kid Icarus was given hints at stuff, right? So Kid Icarus gives you hints, okay? Fumito is quite the character. Yes, he is. Fumito, Sakurai, Miyamoto. You just have so many characters going on, right? Okay, so many of them, right? man, oh man, dude. Oh man. This one right here, by the way, I think I'm done after this, dude. By the way, I'm done after this because this stuff is pretty creepy. This stuff will just get me thinking again. Look how they have this right here. See this? See how they have that right there? So they have kind of a feel with that right there, okay? You can feel that. So they have a feel with that. Even that up above, it has a little bit of a feeling. All right, so they got those two things having feelings, right? So why would I point to them? Is that they have a feeling. You could even say if you wanted to get really creepy, I don't know, maybe you're into creepy stuff, maybe you just want to get creepy, right? You could look at that. Definitely could look at that. Definitely. But like this one right here, the reason I said this one up here is because it's so messed up. It's using a shade, to have it like that, kind of like. Isn't it crazy? This simple pattern right here, because this simple pattern too. See, that's why we were talking about the ceiling. This simple pattern right here. Now, think about this even as a template. Okay, look, I don't know where the cow comes when I start talking about this. The cow comes when I start talking about this. The template, you could make a template for this, and we would see this as a human body with no legs, right? We would see this as a human body with no legs. Yeah. No legs. Now, this whole part right here, okay? So that's why we pointed to all that stuff up there, okay? Because this whole part right here, okay? It does not have to be exact. That's what's another creepy thing. They do not need it to be exact. You also got a little bit of a Mario Kart feel, Mario Kart creepy stuff, right? So you got a little bit of the Mario Kart stuff. But this is what I meant. Dude, this is what I meant. Look at this creepy, I don't know what kind of creepy shape this is, dude. I really don't understand it. I've tried to understand it. But yeah, look at all this. This has you could say this has almost 7 things in it. You get what I'm saying? Like 7 different things in it. So the first time I saw... first time I was drawing this shape right here. When I was drawing this shape, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, because when you draw a shape, if you draw something or you're trying to figure something out and you draw it, and it gives you enough reminder, and you look at your piece of paper and you're like, you're looking at the piece of paper and you're like, then that's not, because it just makes sense because, see, this has to be here because haze is in the background. So since haze, melting, all kinds of stuff, right, is in the background, this has to be here. See? So it's creepy. It's creepy. See what I'm saying? Like I mean, there's other words. What do you want? It feels like you're being stalked. What other words do you want? But it's creepy. So you have those two, right? But this this is what I meant, why it feels like 7 things are happening. Like why 7 things are happening. We could, if we used our imagination, if we used a little bit of our energy, right? We could see pointy head. We could see some forms of pointy head right here. But the problem is, I wish I could have seen on pointy head the top of it, because the top of it was doing some stuff on the top of the head of pointy head. So I wish I could have seen what that was all about, right? But then here's another one. You ready for this one? Bra. Yes, bra. Yeah, I know. Bra. I wish, I do wish this too, by the way. I do wish this. I wish shoes, like shoes. I wish I could give us a good, clear idea on shoes and shorts, because that's kind of the energy I'm getting around here. I'm just getting that energy. See, I'm going to tell you how this is going to 7 stuff, okay? Like how this is easily going to 7 stuff. So there's that, right? But like think about multiples, right? Multiples. There's different ways. You could say multitude, right? But there's different ways of multiples, okay? So what's another thing that's multiple, right? You can have multiple enemies, which that would make that creepy. That would definitely make that creepy. Multiple enemies. You can have multiple enemies is a very creepy one to many. To anybody, to not just video gamers, to many people. Just, like multiple enemies. That is a very creepy thing too. That goes beyond just, your gamer, goes to people, being in a room, right? Being in a room of multiple enemies. Yes, being in a room full of multiple enemies. So then they have this right here, okay? It's like, think about it. So what ideas did I give you? Bra, right? I give you the idea of bra, shorts, right? The spot of this is pretty good too. This spot right here, that's a pretty good spot for shorts, So that's okay. That's okay. We're not going to get too deep into that, right? Because here's the thing. Bra, right? But look how easily, if we were to take bra, and the other one, calling the other one for what it is, what do you want me to call it? If I call it, I could probably call it, we could give it like, there's so many things. We always think about Quest 64, deleted character, but like, that does not measure how creepy that is. Normally when I think about this thing, I think about, no identity. But no identity in a different way than, because people see no identity in different ways, right? But I feel like with this one, it feels like a no identity, but it's an identity of something that's around you, something that you know. So, okay, so get it. They took that creepy power of that, and they combined it with a bra, okay? But look, you know what they're showing you? There's something they're not showing you. See what I'm saying? There's something they're not showing you. They're not showing you, okay, that they have a whole layout. You know what I mean? They have just like a whole horizontal layout of showing you there could be something that makes you want to pee your pants, So they have it. They even have the whole area, just the area itself, okay? Oh my gosh. Background, when I'm like background. I feel silly when I say background. I'm like background. But it does make sense, because the reason I'm talking about background is I did not understand what the heck background was. You know what I mean? I was not understanding really what this background was. It felt good, but I just was not understanding the background. And then the crazy part with Shadow of Colossus is when you see, I showed a little bit of, okay, so I'm not able to show legs, shorts, and shoes yet, right? But I was able to show legs themselves, right? But my thing about it is if you were to see legs, okay? So if you're to see legs with the shorts and shoes on, right? So you're to see legs with the shorts and shoes. That's where all this crazy ideas could come into play. Could come into play. They could come into play because, like, the setting in Shadow of Colossus is incomplete when you don't have the secret. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have the secret, you're kind of like, but when the secret is in there, then it's kind of like a thing, I try my best to think for you guys. I really do. I try my best to think about when I'm thinking about stuff like this, okay? Because this is some complex stuff. This is just very complex. That right there, that's like little hints of skin, right? Skin stuff, okay? But this whole area, oh my gosh, dude. So remember, they're like side order, right? Side order is kind of the thing that they've been talking about, this side order, right? Well, the camera angle for this, it's so crazy. Even with this camera angle, if you were like an enemy zero kind of person, you'd get the idea of enemy zero, right? So you have the idea of enemy zero. Green, blue, you could get really deep with the whole enemy zero angle. If you really want to, the enemy zero angle, you can get deep with that. You can even get to a Metroid Prime angle. You can get to somewhat of a Metroid Prime angle. But the thing that I found about this, okay? Look at it, left, right? So this is left, okay? This is what they do, dude. They do creepy stuff like this, okay? So this is kind of like a clue. Left, right? Left. Side, right? We have, that's how I said left, right? Okay. We have Left 4 Dead. We have Last of Us, right? See what I'm saying? Last of Us, Left 4 Dead, Last Story, okay? This right here, that's 3 L's, people. You want Luigi's Mansion? Okay, we'll throw Luigi's Mansion in there too. But do you know what I'm saying? They have like Labyrinth, right? Labyrinth. They got so many L video games. You know what I'm saying? They got a ton of L video games. But this one here right to the side, okay? This has enough attention for me. And that's what matters, because when I come to seeing video game secrets, I never forget that feeling of like it being like a focus on a different angle, because it's supposed to. Side order is supposed to creep you out of having your eyes follow the side of left. Follow that side of left. To follow that side and see like different ways your eyes are following. Now, left is powerful, okay? Left is powerful. That's kind of like that robot game where I was like paying attention to the golden statue, because the powerful thing about left is that they have a spot that they work with. They work with the left. I think it's been like 1, 2. You haven't seen it, right? You have not seen this, but like 1 or 2 times they've worked with the side of the left. Okay. They also work with the side with the right. Yes, there is a side to the right. But for the left, I know what they're trying to say. They want me to sound like a madman. Okay, that's another thing. They want me to sound like a madman because left, they have 2 really, 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 really creepy things coming from left. And left even goes to right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm trying to say. So the pop, right? So like the pop effect of putting something scary on the left side as it's going across the screen, right? To the right. And this is what loop is, okay? Think you gotta think it through, because loop, and that's what makes it actually really cool, because It makes sense. You've been playing with the Splatoon weapon that has what? Loops. You've been playing Sonic rings, you know? You've been playing Wave Racer. But circles, right? So the circles, and this is a common, easy example of creepy. You gonna run in circles. You gonna run in circles.